Hey guys, Chad here from Take It or Leave It, here with another quick recommendation for you for a little film called Megalomaniac. Here's the synopsis. This film stems from true events and questions the invisible line between victim and executioner and how it is crossed. This is a film about the weight of patriarchy and the illusion of Manichaeism. Alright, any questions? That's pretty self-explanatory, right? Y'all got this covered now? I mean, god damn, that is vague as it gets. It went right over my head too, so no worries. I had no earthly idea what this film was actually about until I got about a third the way through the film. And since that was my experience, I'm not going to say anything else about the synopsis, except that there's a more in-depth synopsis in the description box if you'd like to know a little bit more about what the story is in this film. And with all that being said, why do I think you should consider putting this film on your watch list? Well, I think it boils down to one thing, which is this film, at the end of the day, it heavily impacted me. I found it quite profound, and it kind of left me like this by the end of the film. Yeah, it's like that. I mean, I didn't enjoy the film that much, but you know, any film that does that to you, it's got merit. So why do I think the film kind of left me like that at the end of the day? Well, I'm sure there are many reasons, but one reason in particular that I noticed is this film is a walking, talking contradiction. And what I mean by that is, on the one hand, the film is dark and disturbing and really mean-spirited and very grim, and yet on the other hand, it's romantic and there's a lot of familial loyalty, and the film is borderline sweet and touching at times in its own way, and genre-wise, the film is a gritty true crime thriller, and then on the other hand, it's a fantastic and supernatural and spiritual and existential, potentially cosmic horror. And I cannot emphasize enough the brutally hyper-violent and viscerally graphic scenes in this film. And yet, on the other hand, it's also a very quiet and deliberate and intimate character study, and a lot of the film takes place in a rotten and decayed ruin of a house. But these are only followed up by these stunning and crisp shots of the landscape that are just utterly gorgeous. And God forbid I forget the gritty, industrial, and synthy electronic score that's very bizarrely and yet perfectly paired with this epic Tibetan monk chant. I mean, I can keep going. I got more, but I think you get the point. It's constantly contradicting itself, and it ends up finding this really nuanced gray territory that makes it feel existential and almost hypnotic and certainly mesmerizing. But one thing can be said for sure. This film is exquisitely made. It's incredibly well crafted. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. The acting's phenomenal. And if you like European, gothy, hyper-violent art house horror with loads of mood and atmosphere, here you go. Enjoy. But one word of caution, this film is not for everyone. There are several scenes involving the R word and SA that are reminiscent of the film Irreversible, so if you're not up for that, I definitely recommend skipping this for now. This film definitely has elements of Under the Skin, Antichrist, The House That Jack Built, Martyrs, Let the Right One In, and even a little bit of Eraserhead, in particular the kind of aesthetic and the otherworldliness of that film. And if all that sounds interesting to you, then I definitely recommend you add Megalomaniac to your watch list and give it a shot. But those are just my thoughts. Take it or leave it. What do you guys think? Have you heard of this film? Does it sound like it's your cup of tea? Let me know down in the comment section what you think. Let's talk about it. And as usual, guys, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate it. Don't be afraid to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'm Chad from Take It or Leave It, and I'll check you later.
Check you later. Check you later.
Hey man, get off my case.
Oh man. Chicks don't want to hear that shit.